Welcome to the SwimHero RA introductory video. The purpose of this video is to give you an idea on how simple SwimHero RA is to use and all the different information that you can get out of it. So as you can see, we're on my swimmers page, and I have several swimmers here. We're going to work with Missy T in the lower right hand corner. So I'm going to click on Missy's icon and we're taken to the swims page. We're going to add a swim, and we do that by clicking on the plus next to swims. From there, we're taken to the Add Swim page, and the first thing we need to do is add the video we want. So we'll select Add Video, go to our videos, select the one we want, hit Use, and we're now going through a compression process. So we're compressing the video, which is going to allow you to store many more swims on your device than you would be able to otherwise. Once the compression process is complete, we're taken back to the Add Swim page where we need to fill out some more information. So the first is the event. This is a 200 free, so we're going to scroll down to 200 free. It's a short course yard pool. We need to name the swim. We'll just name it Test. The date should be the date that you recorded this on. If not, you can modify that. Race or practice, we'll call this a practice swim. Notes, good swim. This is information you can use later on when filtering to find swims. And then we select next. And this is taking us to the stamping page where all the fun is. Basically what is happening here is we're replaying the video and we are stamping the different actions that occur during a swim. So we're going to stamp the start, we're going to stamp when the hands enter the water, we're going to stamp the breakout, which is the head breaching the surface, and then the stroking and turning until the swimmer has finished their race. There are detailed documentation and videos at the SwimHero RA website on stamping, so I'm not going to go through all the different buttons here, but when I select play, the video is going to start and my action buttons are going to activate. So I'm first going to slow down this video, and I'm going to select play, and the first thing I'm going to do is select start when she leaves the blocks. Start, entry, hands into the water. Breakout will be the next. Her head comes up, breakout, and then we start stroking. And with the freestyle, I am only stroking every other stroke. You'll see a red flash there, which was me swiping the finish button to get a 15-meter time. Now as she approaches the wall, I'm going to swipe the stroke button to initiate the turn. Her head goes down, I swipe. Her feet push off the wall, I hit end turn. And then the next is breakout. So it's pretty easy. Breakout and every other arm stroking. You'll notice that I'm doing almost everything with that right button, which is great. You only need to focus on one button and you don't need to look down and can instead watch the video. You'll also notice that the video screen is blinking every time I stamp, which gives a great visual indication of when you're doing things. So swimmer approaches the wall, head goes down, I swipe to initiate the turn, feet push off, end turn, and we're back to breakout. Head comes up and we're stroking again. Now this is a 200 free, so I'm going to take this video to the end so that we can move on to the data. Okay, so we're coming into the final turn here, and once again you're going to see me swipe the lower right button as the head goes down to initiate the turn. After this, head down, swipe, and then feet push off, end turn. And it really is very simple and very easy to learn how to do this. Head comes up, breakout, back to stroking. As the swimmer approaches the 5-yard mark before the finish, you're going to see a red blink, and that is me swiping the finish button to get a 5-yard in time. So stroke, swipe, and then finish with the left button when the swimmer's hand touches the wall. Okay, so we're done with the stamping. We hit continue, which takes us to the preview page. So we can view all the work that we did before we decide to save this swim. So if I hit play, we're basically viewing this swim with the video. And I'm going to slow it down here, and I want you to notice the blue cursor going across the screen. That is in sync with the video and lets you see exactly what was going on with your swimmer data-wise as you're watching the video. Now, if there's a particular area of the race that you want to look at, you can simply tap the data bar. So on the second length, if I wanted to look at what was going on in the middle of that length, I could simply tap the bar. The cursor and the video is moved to that point, allowing me to see exactly what was happening during the swim. So I'll get into the information that you see here in a second, but if you're happy with everything you see, and you can scroll down and look at all the lengths that you did and all the information you recorded, if you're satisfied with this, all you need to do is go to the lock button next to Missy's name, select that, where you can adjust the time if you need to, and then select lock. And at that point, you're basically using a swim token to save this swim. If you back out of here, you haven't used a swim token, and you can redo it. You can not save it and do whatever you want. But if you want to save it, you use a swim token, and now it's saved. So now when we're taken back to Missy's swims page, this test swim is now an option. And if I select this, I can view it. And view is similar to what we just saw in the preview. And again, we can view all the different information on the swim. And some of the information that is available here is breakout distance, the number of cycles the swimmer took, the distance per cycle, the average stroke rate, the velocity, the surface time, which is the amount of time the swimmer was above the water, turn times, splits, breakout times as well. There is a wealth of information here, and it's presented to you in a story-like fashion. So it's as if you're seeing the story of your swim as it occurred. You're seeing the breakout, then you're seeing the swimmer go into their stroking, you're seeing the turn. So you get to see the information as it happened during the swim, and you also get to see the information on top of each other. So I can see what the different breakout times were on all the different lengths. I can see what the different breakout distances were. I can see the pattern of stroke rates across all the different lengths, and it's just a wealth of information that's very easy to obtain. So that's the view functionality. Now let's say we wanted to compare this swim to another swim. I could select it, go to compare, at which point I can select up to three other different swimmers and races to compare against. And we'll only do one here. We'll go to select swimmer, we'll select Lauren, select a swim, and again, using the filtering, I'm going to go down to the 200 freeze, and I'm going to select this first one, and I'm going to go to compare. So now the two data bars that you see are the first lengths of both these swims, and we can see the difference in breakout time, breakout distances, stroke rate patterns, turn times, everything. And if I hit play, you're going to see that same blue cursor now going across both bars to show you where each swimmer was at the same point in time of their swims. So again, as with view, I can tap anywhere on these bars and the cursor and video go right to that point. As we finish with one length, you'll see the green button blinking. I hit that and we go to the next length. So I can go throughout this entire swim and look at all the lengths compared to each other. And this is great to compare multiple swimmers or to compare progression of one swimmer. So that's the compare functionality. If we go back to Missy's swim, we can also look at this in a table view. So if I select the swim and go to table, the table view is brought up, and this is something that a lot of you have probably seen before, this type of data output. This is available for you to also look at and, for example, take a screenshot of and email or print. So that's an option as well. We also have a cloud option, which I won't go into right now, but if you are a cloud member, selecting cloud will upload the swim to your cloud account where it can be shared with all the other swimmers that you're friends with. So that is a brief overview of SwimHero RA and how easy it is to use and the wealth of information that you can obtain by a couple minutes of fun stamping. For further information, please visit our website for documentation and more videos. Thank you.